did some good things. We got it going in the second half. We don't need to dip our toe in the water anymore. We need to dive right in, get some points right away. That's a big part of our strategy is to score first, obviously, but our record is pretty good when we score first. So I would say not dipping our toe in the water, going down, 75-yard drive to start games, and taking the lead right away.
How much you kind of crossing your fingers, hoping Joe's going to be okay?
I don't know the details on what Joe's going through. I think it puts a lot of onus on the O-line to play, close to perfect. If his mobility is lacking, we don't want him to have to escape and move around too much. I thought we did a pretty decent job today. I thought we limited pressures. I thought the O-line, played a solid game. Obviously not good enough to win, but we're coming back. Joe's our leader. Joe's going to get it done for us, and my whole goal is to just be my very best to not ever let him down.
Well, we've done it before. Obviously, you don't want to start 0-2. It's not what we were planning on. Not what you want to do at all. But we're going to bounce back. That's what we do. That's all there is to it.
Do you see any or feel any difference on the team between this year's 0-2 and last year at this point?
No, I mean, we just didn't play well enough to win either of these games. We got to find ways to make those plays down the stretch to win these kind of games, and it's gonna, every time you play an AFC North team, it's gonna look like that. You're gonna have 7 possessions, so you're gonna have to make the most of them.
Do you see any commonalities in the way that y'all started this year and last year, aside from that maybe for the reason why y'all been on to the last couple of years right now?
Well, when your quarterback misses camp, it's tough to start fast. It's not an ideal situation.
Stay patient with us. I know that's hard to say and listen to. They want wins. There's a lot of excitement going into this season. We have a lot of excitement. We still do. It's September 17th, and we plan on this being a long season. And so, again, we'll be excited to make the corrections, put this one behind us, and have as electric of a Monday Night Football crowd as we've ever had here.
Last year, after you started on, you made some big changes. Do you feel the need to evaluate?
I feel like we're in great shape. We got good performances from guys. There'll be things we can correct and adjust, and just continue to move forward.
Welcome to the Queen City Strikes podcast. I'm your host, Ray Summers. Shout out to my co-host, Foxx. Man, tell me what's up, Brody.
What's going on, good people?
You already know what it's hearing Fox's voice. You already know what time it is coming off of this game, man. Episode 55, DEJA VU, Dose, Part 2, man. Lots to get into today, man. Ladies and gentlemen, man, The title says it itself, man. It's like, we talked about it going towards the end of the episode last week of people talking about last year, but not just last year. It's like each time we play this team, it's almost like we see the same shit, and we can't come up with the right scheme to stop this particular individual, man. Even though we have in the past, but for some reason, each time I play this team, this always happens. But here we go, man. Lots to get into, man. Bengals lose 27-24 yesterday, man. Just tuning in. Bro, they thought the haircut was the problem.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Folks was believing that shit. People thought the man got the new haircut. Joe Burrow we're talking about got a new haircut. Yes, he performed a little bit better than last week, pause. But man, I just don't get it, bro. It's just like, don't get me wrong. It's like, all right, the pulse I've been seeing today as a Monday morning, people are like, where do we go from here? And I'm seeing a lot of folks like, oh, we've been here last year. I mean, all right, fair enough. Like, yeah, we have been here last year, but with being here last year, it's like this is a different type of 0-2, of last year, man.
Sure.
But before we get into the record, all right, my first reaction to the game itself, like, okay, first half, solid. Solid. We got to watch on the strap rewind, get a refresher. Solid first half. Halftime was 13-10. Offense, man, offense first half, I'll say they looked all right. I think on the live stream, I said like C+ or C- from on both sides. For first half, it looked all right. But they still started out slow. They still started out slow. Like they obviously didn't get going until later in the game, as we'll get into later in the show.
Right.
But then going into the second half, like I said, they kicked off the ball in the first half. They got the ball back in the second half. Second half started 13-0. They got the ball. They start playing with a sense of urgency. Then we finally got the touchdown. I think we got the touchdown. Hold on. Get to these bullet points, man. My apologies. Matter of fact, they didn't get the touchdown. Baltimore scored. It was 20-10. Then we got the touchdown with T. Higgins, and it was 2017. So that kind of ignited everything. Also forgot to mention on the first half, that kick return by Charlie Jones. Thank you, Jesus. Telling Fox off the show, was watching the strap rerun. That's probably the first punt return I've seen from the Bengals probably since Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Years.
Could be wrong. I could be
Years
wrong.
in the making.
Because I don't remember Trent Taylor running anything back.
No.
Yeah, or whoever else was back there in the previous years. But yeah, going into the summary though. But yeah, decent first half. Second half, they started to pick up a little bit, got the touchdown, 2017. Now the fourth quarter, this is where everything starts to come in full circle. This is where everything comes full circle. Mm-hmm. There was multiple opportunities to extend the game, tie the game, etc.
Right.
But they let up a big play. 11 minutes, 38 seconds left to Nelson Algor. Beautiful pass, by the way, is over the right shoulder pass. We were talking about on the strap rewind. Probably the best pass I've seen Lamar probably thrown like in his career. That's just me. And then we followed up with the touchdown with T. Higgins with 3:28 remaining. As you said, Fox, man, it's like you can't wait until everything is like the ship is already turned over and try to fix everything to get it back sailing again. It's like you can't do that. It's like they should literally start it like, the game was mano y mano, like literally, man, until literally the fourth quarter is when everything sealed. And we can't forget the interception that Burrow threw that could have been a possible touchdown drive, that either a possible touchdown drive or even a possible field goal for it to be tied 13-13. Right. So that's another thing to point out. And that happened prior to the Mark Andrews touchdown to make it 20-10. So it's just like, they gotta, the offense gotta be better, bro. The offensive play calling gotta be better. The play calling, I'll say it increased, it got better, but it wasn't where it needs to be to make it back to the Super Bowl.
More like desperation.
Thank you.
It was better, but it was like, oh, it's desperation mode. We gotta do this. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
We got it. They still not sinking in my mind.
Yeah, man.
I ain't seen this, clicking on all cylinders yet, but hopefully it's got to be around the corner. You feel me?
It has to be, man.
It has to be.
It has to be. But yeah, my first reaction off of that stuff is just like, and then to finish it, the end it, to give y'all the more vegetables, Burrow re-aggravated his calf. We're going to get into also in the show, and it's just like it's a lot of questions being asked today, man, like coming off of this loss yesterday. So it's just like, what was your first reaction after seeing this before we get into the whole agenda, man? Because this is going to be a good show for y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
After like we was talking about in the rewind, the very first drive that Baltimore had, I'm talking about 7-8 minutes, boom, boom, a lot of running the ball, straight up the middle. I'm looking like, we can't stop them, like, make them settle for three. No, they just drove down the field with no issue. We got the ball, punted. I think, was it a 3 and out? I think it was.
I know we had a couple. Yeah, we had a couple 3 and outs.
Like
they got. Go ahead.
Our stats was, even though the game was close, the stats said that it shouldn't been even nowhere. We shouldn't even been in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He had one first down. Why they had like 12? Because they, like I said, they was running the ball crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't think that we're running the ball enough. But
Total.
something has to click, or Zach got to switch something up. Something has to happen. And just like you said, with this re-aggravating injury,
it's telling.
Game plan is definitely gonna have to change.
Mm-hmm. Big time, man. I'm with you. 1,000%. The follow up on your first down thing. Yeah, the total first downs, Baltimore had 26, Cincinnati had 19. And so it's just like, the first half itself, I don't think they got to dissect it by halves, but this is as a total.
Right.
But yeah, man, but stat wise, I'm with you. Going off the stats, like I said, everything's very neck and neck, very neck. It was that interception was probably the deal breaker of the game, but man, just going into this shit, it's like I don't know if anybody peeped this. I know everybody watched the game different. All right, don't get me wrong. T. Higgins played a wonderful game. Joe Mixon played a wonderful game. Burrow didn't do too hot. But this one person, he looked very fucking frustrated. I'm talking about Jamar Chase. He looked very frustrated, including on the last play. That could have been he could have had the touch. He had his man beat before before Burrow threw the interception. He had his dude beat. He ran a corner route. Literally, he had him beat. If Burrow just would have waited just maybe a split second, he would have caught him right in it, like in the corner, left corner in the end zone, touchdown. But man, it's like it gotta be better decision makings, bro. And then like what made it worse, bro, it's like you gotta, like what we're just talking about, you have to get the wide receiver trio more involved, like early. Like it shouldn't, we shouldn't be waiting to the like towards the end, or not even that. Get the run game started, which they did, but they didn't follow through with it. It's like they played with it and then you're like, all right, now like let's keep passing. So it's just like, come on, man. And then another thing that made me upset was like, I don't know what's up with the punter, bro. I really don't know, man. Like, well, it's not even the punter, but I didn't agree with them punting the ball. It was 4th and 4, and they're down by 10 with 10 minutes left. This is in the fourth quarter. Right. So I didn't understand that logic. Like, even I get it that, yes, you're on your side of the field, but it's like you already went for it on 4th already. Later, after that, they went for it on 4th and 5, I believe, and got the first down. So it's like that could have been an opportunity to get possibly maybe a field goal or maybe a touchdown, and they could have got the ball back with a good amount of time because the defense, yes, they were gassed like when it came to the later in the fourth quarter, but they still had some stuff in the tank when it was needed to be. It was just the offense couldn't create any rhythm to keep it going, man. But overall, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I said, it's deja vu part 2, man. I don't know about you, Fox, but I was like, at this point, I'm just tired of hearing about, it's just like almost like excuses for this, excuses for that. Like, the offensive line's not holding, or like, this isn't working. It's like, I feel like Zach and Brian, like the two offensive dudes right now, they've been lying to us like panhandlers, bro. Literally, bro. It's almost on that type of time. It's like it makes no sense to have this type of weaponry, bro. And it's like not even being used the right way. Right now, bro, we are 1-5 in the first 2 games in the last 3 years. We're 1-5. So it's just like, and then it comes in another thing that comes in effect. And me and Maverick was talking off the show, talking about this. At this point, going forward, like we go to the next season and so on, they're gonna have to start playing these dudes in the preseason, like just to get the reps. I'm tired of this. Like we wait until the regular season starts and we're trying to figure it out in a short time span. We're trying to use these first 2 games as throwaway games, and these are major games. Like I said, we're gonna get back into the record in just a second. These ain't just some throwaway games,
right? So
it's just like, we're coming into this shit. Like I said, they're 1-5 in the last. They're 1-5 in their first 2 games these last 3 years, and then of course, in that frame, like we got the Super Bowl, the AFC Championship, and stuff. But another person spoke out in the post conference. Ted Carrera spoke out on the lack of urgency, on the start of the game. He said himself, we got to get going early, bro. It's like you can't just be waiting around, and then you're letting them get in the game. You're letting them figure things out too. You're letting the Ravens figure things out. So it's just like, it's just messy, man. And then I haven't seen no update on Nick Scott, but he got injured as well in the game. And Battle came in and subbed in for him. So
he didn't come back, did he?
I don't think he came back
twice. I think he got hurt twice.
Yeah, I don't think he came back.
The second time it probably was a wrap for him.
I don't think he came back. But it's just, bro, it's just messy, man. Like this whole thing, like it's just messy. And then just Burrow's career itself on weeks 1 and 2, he's 1-7 total. And then another interesting stat, he's currently 0 for 6 on passes that goes for 20 plus yards so far this season.
Wow.
So far. So that tells a lot. Yeah, that tells a lot going into like the follow-up, the calf injury.
Right.
So going back, deja vu. I can't get this out of my mind. I was telling Maverick about this. That interview that Chase did with NFL Network on training camp, telling the group, telling them that, hey, I told them no, I don't want you out there if you ain't 100%. Mm-hmm. And we all, I'm sure we're going to agree that we don't want him out there if he's not 100%. And there's some folks out there that say like, well, if we don't have him out there, then we won't win, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to say this. We don't know. We don't know what the outcome will be if it's obviously Jake Browning or Will as of right now. We don't know what the result will be. But like me and you discussed, we do know Mixon will get a lot of touches. We do know the game will be more controlled than being thrown away. I'll tell you that. Regardless of how we feel about Browning and Will, I know the game won't be thrown away like how we've been seeing these last 2 weeks. These last 2 weeks, Bengals been throwing the game away. Just let you guys know. They've been throwing this shit away. I'm just being honest. That's just what I've been seeing. And with this injury, it tells me he was never 100% to begin with.
Never.
And now the reality is, it's like we could have been 0, like, all right, so we're 0-2 right now. Let's say we're 0-2 with Will or Browning. I'd be fine being 0-2, having these two like running the show. But we're 0-2 with him running the show that our franchise quarterback that he just, they paid the handsome worth of money. So it's just like you expect better decisions be made. But at the same time, it's a business. I already know, oh, no, we gave you this money. We want you to play. But not outside of that. I know he wants to play.
So do you think that do you think it's on Burrow? Like, or do you think the coach is like, hey, if you're really not ready, don't go out there. Do you think they said that to him, or you think Burrow is just like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get through this? I want to play.
I'll say they asked him. I'll say they asked him on some Marvin Lewis type shit. Like, what's the forecast, Burrow? Like, he probably gave him like, partly cloudy. He might have said cloud. He might say maybe some thunderstorms, scatter. He might have said some shit that we're like, I'm all right, but I'm not like fully I could be moving around. And people gotta understand with this calf injury, man, it affects everything. He has to plant. You gotta understand. He has to plant. He has to run. It's a whole bunch of shit you got to do to get the pass. Throw. Especially when you get a deep pass. But I just told you, he hasn't been able to do it, and you know why? It's obvious. Like he can't get the strength off that back foot because it's agony, bro. So it's just like, come on. At this point, it's like, it's like now we're 0-2, with him being, being present, and it's like he could have been just basically sitting out. We don't know we would have been that right now. But I don't know, man. It's just like it's a lot of questions that it has to be answered. Now, do I think he's gonna play? Like, we get into later in the show, a Monday night against the Rams, like. What do I think he should? I don't know. But what do I think he should do? This is my opinion and my opinion only. Everybody can agree to disagree. Listen, we have 4 more games until the bye week. We have 1 AFC game. It's against the Titans. The other 3 games are NFC matchups. We got the Rams on Monday night. We had the Cardinals and we had the Seahawks going. Then we got the bye week. I wouldn't be mad if they try to test something out right now. I know they probably won't going on Monday night because it's prime time and
Definitely doing that. You're right.
yeah, you're going against we're going against it's got the Super Bowl rematch in a way.
Mhm.
But like I said, we'll get into the whole the strategy later in the show. But I will point out this: Aaron Darnold is present, and the last thing I want to see if number 9 is in there and he get ransacked up by 99, y'all gonna regret him being in there just this early in the season when it's plenty of time to fix stuff. Don't get me wrong. That's probably the positive to come out of this is plenty of time to fix everything. But as of right now, like I said, I feel like he should sit out until he's 100%. I feel like he should sit out.
How many? So in your mind, how many games you thinking?
Honestly, since it's only one AFC game against the Titans, we got 4 games. I'm cool with him either sitting out 2 or the whole 4.
We'll come back after the bye.
Yeah, and come back after the bye. Either sit out 2 or sit out the whole 4, or sit out 1. But to me, 1 ain't gonna do nothing. We just witnessed that just now. When it first happened, and he had plenty of time from that point up until the week 1. So it's just like I feel like he should have needed more time. He almost probably needed like a month. Yeah, he probably needed probably like until like about right now.
Yeah.
To be honest with y'all,
thing is because you got Aaron Donald, then you got Tennessee. Tennessee, it does have a defense.
Yeah.
So who you say was after Tennessee? Arizona?
Yes, yeah, we got after the Rams, it's the 2 NFC, then we got Titans and then Seahawks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they do play, you gotta change. I mean, he can throw the ball. If he's able to throw the ball, cool. But something it gotta be a run heavy offense.
It has to be.
Because he ain't run heavy, short, quick passes, get rid of it. Don't throw nothing deep.
Mm-hmm. Because if you're looking at the forecast, if we're looking at the forecast in NFL, bro, I'm seeing teams moving with much less and getting their yards with they alleged star players.
Right.
So it makes no sense why we're so stagnant. It makes no sense. And it starts with number 9. It starts with the coaching staff, the play calling. It's both. They all in it. Like it starts with all that. So just to lead off with that, man, like I said, this is 4th year. The first year the whole COVID thing happened in 2020. Right. The 2021, he's rehabbing from that knee injury that happened in Washington. 2022, he had that appendix shit that was going on. Yep. And then now we're dealing with this, the strained calf. So it's just like, and then we gave him the contract on the following up on that. So it's like, man, something just got to give, man. But it's like if they gave him that much money, you better protect your investment because I would hate to see this fan base and see all these faces and all these smiles and all this stuff go downhill because they're making wrong decisions in the front office, like letting him play or, or vice versa. But I feel like I said, I feel like that he should sit out like literally either 2 games or the 4 and go into the bye week. But I think realistically it probably only be 2, maybe. But I don't know if it'll be this one though. They might see where he's at
for this game.
Yeah, they might see where he's at. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. To me, this is a winnable game without him. Personally, I'm just looking at, like I said, if we just stick to the game plan and everybody does what the hell they got to do, whoever's going to be between Browning and Will, they just got to be on their thing. They just got to be on their shit. But it's like, because what can it hurt right now? To be honest with y'all, you just got to be honest with yourself. What can it hurt? Like having him come in, even if it's just this one game.
Mm-hmm.
What is the hurt? Like sacrificing a possible loss on Monday night. I mean, all right, we'd be 0-3. All right, just on the NFC team, but You know, what's really important to everybody? That's what you got to ask yourself. But yeah, man, what do you think?
It's the whole future, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. But yeah, what you think, G? What do you think about this shit?
It like you said, it's a tough decision. I think that I would say, I guess, see how he pans out through this, this week of practice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you said, it can't hurt to let him sit, but I just don't want, like you said, I just don't want him to get in there and be like, oh no, I tweaked it, but I don't know if you saw he had the little massage gun and he was going to town on.
Yeah, he was going to town on the side.
Man, honestly, it was a good thing that he didn't get a chance to get back out there because I don't think it wouldn't have done anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you say maybe sit the light. I would sit him for the Rams game. See where he's at for the Tennessee game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, that's our only AFC opponent until the bye. You got Seattle and Arizona, is that right?
Yeah, let me give you the right lineup. All right, here we go. We got the Rams, then it's the Titans, then it's the Cardinals, then the Seahawks.
Okay.
And yeah, mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you can send him out this game, bring him back for the AFC game, get that one win on the be 1-3, then try to turn it around. But we'll see. I got a question for you too on this, man.
Tough ask.
It is, man. It comes down to what's important. What's really important. Because like I said, we don't know what we're going to get from Jake.
Yeah.
But we do. But what I do know is from what we've seen, how he's been doing, like, in person, he'd be the only person I'd be comfortable with, like him doing, like, being back there right now to fill in while he's going through what he's going through.
Right.
Burrow. But we're going to have to see how this shit plans out. Definitely see how this shit plans out. Because like I said, I feel like they've been lying to us like panhandlers, bro. I'm like, oh, we got something in store for you guys. This, be excited next week. It's like a big air, it's like they're trying to advertise this big circus. And it's like we show up, ain't no tigers, it ain't no it ain't no bears. We all sitting there they were doing puppet shows, bro. I'm just sitting there like, it ain't no way. Like that's basically what it feels like a puppet show, man. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But my question for you as of right now, man, is this 0-2 record the same or different from last year's 0-2 record?
Oh no, this is completely different.
All right.
In my mind, it's completely different because like we talked about last week, it's the way you lose it. It ain't about just taking the L. I think we lost last year to Pittsburgh.
Dallas and Pittsburgh.
Dallas. Okay. Yep. So Pittsburgh was like a blocked field goal or something at the end, and it went to overtime and they got us on the field. I can't remember how we lost to Dallas. Was it a dominant?
I think it was a flat out.
Or was it like?
Let me go into it. I think
we lost by like 3 points. They might have. I can't remember, but
I got you. Hold on. Yeah, we lost 20-17 against Dallas.
Okay.
So we lost by field goal on both games.
Right. So, but like we've been talking about, both those games that we just lost this year is both AFC North. That's crucial. Like,
yeah, man.
It could come down to like, oh, you Bengals, now you got to beat Cleveland, which is our last game of the season. You got to beat Cleveland to get in, but they got the tiebreaker over. You're like, man, it's just a whole different ball game in my mindset.
It is. And I'm with you. It's completely different. Like I said, being 0-2 in the division is different than being, like I said, you lost one NFC and one AFC. It's like you're kind of still alive. You still got a lot of room to make some shit work. Mm-hmm. But be down 0-2, bro. I'm not gonna say it's gonna take a lot to happen, but you're kind of putting a lot of pressure on yourself to try to make something happen in a way, if that makes sense. So it's just like, Joe, on the forecast right now, the only team that's left, the Steelers, they have to sweep them. You basically got to win out. They basically got to win out, dog. They basically got to win out. They got to sweep the Steelers and beat the Browns again and beat the Ravens again, and then pray that either, we'll get into it later, but tonight, obviously, the Browns and the Steelers play tonight. They play tonight for your Monday night. So, like, we got to see how that pans out, and then just see how it pans out going later, week after week to see how everything plays out. But this is totally different, man. It's like you don't want to be down. It's like you're almost in a rabbit hole at this point. So it's just like,
and on top of that, you got injury, so
that
it's
too.
like,
it's a shitty situation.
You don't want to put yourself in that situation where you gotta climb out the hole every year. Like,
yeah,
you need to start on. I know last year we went on like a 10-game winning streak, 10 or 11 or something like that.
Oh, coming from this. I know you're talking about. You saw it come off like the previous season going to last. Yeah.
So I mean, I know they can get cooking, but it's like you don't want to put yourself in that situation where you have to like no leeway. So I don't know, man.
It's crazy, man. Like it's a lot of questions. Like, I don't know, man. But what we do know is it's very different. And my question is like, okay, we'll get into it right now. Like with the Linnell Collins cut that happened prior to like days before the game. Now it makes me concerned. Like, did the staff already know about like him not even being all right? Maybe this might be a projection towards maybe finding somebody to be a number 2. Because I'm letting y'all know, man, like if that's the case, they need to do it. Because until we find out like the real forecast and like the level of pain Burrow's going through, it's like it's gonna be longer than the 0-2 season right now, bro. Like if they keep him in going into the Rams game, it's definitely gonna be hit or miss on what's gonna happen, bro. But it's gonna go back to what you said, like they're gonna have to basically change the game plan. It's gonna have to be like a 60-40 ordeal to where 60% run, 40% pass. So, but
on some John Kentner type
but again, when you're taking the sacrifice by keeping him out there, knowing that he's not good, and like the offensive line did okay yesterday, but it's just like it's just I don't know, man. We'll have to see how it plays out because like I said they released him for a reason. I mean, obviously they released because obviously the injury probably wasn't getting better, but if this means that they're trying to look for a number 2. Or possibly what me you discuss, maybe getting Higgins the contract, but which we like, I think I highly doubt that's probably what it is. But something has to be done, man. Just something has to be done because I mean, we've seen the Bengals down, like I said, it's deja vu. We've seen the Bengals down like this before. We've seen them correct things, but like I said on last week's episode, like what if the Prius don't make it to California this time? what if it don't make it this time? Like it made it the last couple, but what if it don't make it this time? Like what if you gotta switch some shit up? So it's like I don't know, man. It's just like they're gonna have to go to the drawing boards. They're gonna have to be honest, straight up honest,
immediately.
Because like I said, man. Because I'd be cool if they sacrifice. I'm not gonna say they're gonna lose against the Rams. I'm gonna say that, but like I said, I'd be cool if they sacrifice Burrow for this game. That's what I will say. I'd be cool if they sacrifice him for this game. But because again, like it'd be kind of like a long break. We play Monday, then you go to the following. So we'll see how we'll have to see how this shit plays out. We don't have to see how it plays out, man. But this is definitely a different 0-2 start. Going for anything else to add, bro?
No, nothing for that.
All right. What do you feel like was the most like critical moment of yesterday's game, man, or the momentum killer?
Okay, so in my mind,
this is one for me.
Well, that pick was the momentum.
Yeah, I'm about to say it was the pick.
Other than that, it was the lack of pressure that we was, that was kind of like.
I like that answer.
He was just back there like, man, I got all day. It's like nobody was even. And then when they did blitz, it's like he knew to take off. I'm gone. Boom. It's 3rd and 12. He get 13. I'm like, God damn.
But that's what I'm saying. Each time we play this team, it should be already known. Like Lamar's going to run. Like when a game is that tight, expect him to run. That all that was expected. Like it's like, yeah, We saw him throwing from the pocket. You know, it looked okay. You know, defense was there. It looked decent, but like I said, they sailed away in the in the second half. But it's just like that was expected, especially when it came in the critical moments when we're just this close. We're only down by 3. We already knew the ball was going to be in his hands, but it's just unfortunate. You know, the defense wasn't able to, get there quick enough. You know, it's unfortunate, man. It's just an unfortunate situation, bro. And that's what comes down to with you got to start early, get the lead early, because they played the game from their game plan was basically real simple. Because once they got the lead, especially when it got towards the fourth quarter, they start playing the clock. Literally playing the clock.
They knew what was up. Like they cooking now.
Yep. The clock was our enemy. It was our enemy because we lost. I forget why we lost a timeout. But both of us was at 2 timeouts,
right.
Later in the later in the second half. So I'm just like, I forget where we called a timeout at, but that was a killer right there too. Like, just the management aspect of it. But yeah, I feel like, that interception was a killer, bro. Because they didn't wake up at all from that.
No, I mean, it was like a game.
They did. They got, like I said, they found T. Higgins twice, but like I said, it was just kind of like you felt the energy get sucked out of the stadium when that happened, man. You felt that shit. But yeah, man. Anything else to add on that, man? Because I feel I can't really think of nothing else.
Other than that, I mean, like you said, other than that, that was it.
Because that was crucial. And y'all, it was 2nd and 8. It was 2nd and 8. It was on Baltimore's 17-yard line. Forced the ball to, double coverage to Higgins again, like the second week in a row, like forcing the double coverage, and it gets picked off. And the Ravens only up 13-10 when that happened. So just imagine if that would have turned into a field goal, maybe even, like I said, we probably having a different conversation today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
That would have tied the game. We only lost 3.
I think the game probably been flip-flop. I think we probably would have had 27-24 probably, but who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, I'll say the one positive take of yesterday's game, man, other than they kind of finding the rhythm, we finally got a punt return because that's what ignited the game.
Right.
Because remember, I don't know if anybody peeped, they got booed off the field their first drive. They got booed off the field. And I don't disagree with it at all. I really don't. The way they've been playing, I don't just I was like, yeah, they need to hear this. You see all they look around the stadium, they see all these people that's believing in the team. Some people bandwagoning, that's okay.
Oh,
but but some people, they believing in this team and stuff, and they week in and week out, and it's to see them perform the way they is, it just don't look like the same Super Bowl team that we witnessed. So it's just I don't know, man. But I feel like that was the only positives from the games yesterday. But the negatives, I'm with you. The defense wasn't getting no licks on Lamar. I think he might have got touched one time, and one of them got called back. There was a play where, Lamar threw it to the end zone to Odell Beckham. It was an incomplete pass, but while Odell Beckham was reaching out for the ball, he was pulling down Cambridge Taylor over him. You see him pull his jersey, and the ref threw the flag. I think that's what created one of the scoring drives for the Ravens. And I'm like, this is crazy as hell, man.
It's crazy you can't even challenge that. Look at the camera. Everybody saw it. Damn.
Yeah, see, that's another it's crazy. The first ladies asked about that. I was like, can they challenge plays? I was like, I wish they could. Trust me. I wish they how the NBA be challenging calls. I was like, trust me, I wish they could challenge a call like that because that was blatant. You saw him literally pulling him down. They called, pass interference where it was, and then end up getting a score. But yeah, those are my positive negatives of yesterday, man. You got any positive negatives before we get into the offense, defense, special teams?
Like we just talked about, the only positive was your punt return for 82 yards, 80.
Bro,
something.
he was gone.
He got missing. And like I said, the negatives was just lack of pressure. I was surprised did you see many quarterback spies? We knew that he was running. I didn't see.
I felt like they tried to run the QB spy, but it just wasn't working. It just wasn't quick enough. Like I said, you know how Lamar is, man. It's like literally letting the cat out the house. Literally, or letting the dog out the house for the first time with no leash on. He just gone, zigzagging. So but they should have known that was going to happen. It's like I said, we've been playing him for like these last couple of years. It's like you should know what the game plan is when it comes to the Ravens, man. You should know. It's like it's not even rocket science, man. And we said in the last episode, it's like don't sleep on the arm, but he will be running. He will be running. That's what the hell he did. But yeah, man, here we go, man. Favorite topic. Here we go. Offense, defense, special team, and play calm performance and grade, man. What you got for the offense?
All right, so for the offense, I got to break it down like we talked about in the halves.
Oh, let's go.
For the first half, for the offense, I actually gave them a C-.
Fair.
It was just, stagnant. It was you did what you had to do to stay in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But there was I feel like there was opportunities that we could have took to, do more.
Mm-hmm.
That second half, I got to give it a B. Even though it was desperation mode,
mm-hmm.
but it seemed like they started to, it started to click.
Yeah.
We was in a hurry up offense. You got a few more running plays in there.
Mm-hmm.
Little check downs. So it started to click a little better, even though we was down 10.
Mm-hmm.
For the second half, I give it a B.
Okay. I'm shocked. You and B as in boy, correct?
Boy.
Okay.
As in boy. I'm a boy, David.
I'm just making sure I'm not hearing shit. I was like, all right. Okay. For me, for the offense.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going. All right. I already told you how I felt about it, like on earlier in the show. But overall, that's it. The first half, I think I said like C-. Second half, it's like yes, they did wake up,
mm-hmm.
but that interception cost.
Mm-hmm.
It literally costed it, man. And I gotta hold these dudes, and I tell Maverick this all the time, and I know he agrees too, and I'm sure you probably agree as well. We gotta hold this unit right here. This Iraq weapons we got illegal weapons, man. When you guys shit like this, you got to hold it at a high standard. So it's just like for them being all elite superstar standard, I have to give them a D on that.
A D.
You have to finish the game, you have to finish the game. You can't make no mistakes in those moments. Mm-hmm. Like I said, they started off kicking. The halftime was 13-10. You got the ball back. That's where you're supposed to, this is where you get the advantage. This is where you got to get stuff clicking. And then you threw the pick. And then after that, they start playing catch up. And then just like that shit don't work. And then then they gave up so many opportunities. It was some 3 and outs in between that time from that 10-minute span into the end of the game. So it's just like they had multiple opportunities. They just didn't execute. So it's just like I got to give them a D as in dog on this one, man. So overall, I'm giving them a D. D as in dog, man.
Okay.
All right. Up next, defense. Tell me how you feel about this defense, performance, and grade, man.
Defense, I'm giving them a C- all the way through. All the way through. We were like we talked about. We were in the game. First half, we was in the game. It just didn't feel like the defense. Like I said, lack of pressure,
mm-hmm.
and we couldn't stop it. We couldn't stop anything that was happening. Little quarterback scrambles for 10 to 15 yards, running straight up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3rd and 7, straight up the middle. It's like we said, I don't know if they was tired.
Right.
And it just got worse throughout the game. I understand that they was gassed.
Mm-hmm.
But there was plays when I looked and the pressure finally, they sent the blitz. So they sent the blitz to Lamar. He steps back, and it's like he had so much time to think about what he wanted to do. That was the little hurdle play we was talking about. I'm looking like, where? So I definitely C-.
C-? C- for the defense. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, for me, for the defense, I'm with you 1,000%. I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying. My only thing with the defense is like it goes back to what we was talking about. It's deja vu. You should know this the same unit. Only thing that changed is the people that's way in the back. Nick Scott and group. Nick Scott, Anderson, the battle, then the newbies. They ain't all the way in the back of the bus. Everybody up front, they should know. Reader, Hendrickson, BJ, Hubbard, Wilson, Pratt. All y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all knew how this was going to play out. Right. I'm a defensive guy, and so it's like I share high praise for the unit that we got, and I know they could play better than that as well. That's why I got to hold them to a high standard. I'm giving them a D as in dog as well. Like they did real bad when it came to coverage. Right. Very unfortunate the touchdown pass that the pretty pass that we're talking about what Lamar did. That one was unfortunate. It was nothing that Wuze could have did on that one. He threw that perfectly right over his right shoulder. It was nothing he could have did. It was well guarded. He just threw a perfect ball. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, the run defense that killed it. The run defense was terrible. And again, deja vu. We've seen this numerous of times, but they let the second string, Gus Edwards. Yeah, thank you, Justin. Come on, bro. You let both of them plus Lamar to do that, and then this dude. I mean, they kind of guarded Mark Andrews. Okay, he did get the touchdown, so it's like I said, it's okay. Kind of moderate. First game back too. Yeah, so like, whatever. But again, it's something with that. Like when it comes, like he's a big body, like Paul. But it's just like. It's almost like I don't know. When it comes to them guarding him, it's almost like I don't know. But him and Lamar, they're like this though. That was expected. They like literally, bro. They tight. But yeah, the defense just played bad, man. Even like I said, the run defense was bad. They gave up. Oh my god, they gave up that big pass play to Zay Flowers in double coverage. I forget who was back there when it happened, but it was a big play to Zay Flowers that it was a deep pass and double coverage. They gave up that one. So like the passing and the rushing, it was bad. That's why I gotta give him a D. And then comparing the stats, let me give y'all some stats for the 0-2 starts. Last year, defense played 116 snaps. It's 11th fewest. The missed tackle percentage was 9%. It was the second best. Then open target and coverage was 42.2 and the second best. Now we're going to this year, snaps played 149, the fifth most already. Missed tackles 14%, they're at 18th. Open target and coverage, percentage of coverage is 73.3%. It makes it his second worst. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I gotta give him a D. And the numbers, the numbers don't lie, man. It's like we have to give him a D, and that's like I got to hold him to a high standard because it could have been way better. They just wasn't getting no looks. Like I said, Hendrickson wasn't he was trying, couldn't get nowhere. Hubbard was trying to get started. I think they even insert Miles in there. He couldn't do nothing. So only time we saw anything, it happened after the yards, after catch, after rush. That's the only time we seen the action. But and don't get me wrong, they had some 3 and outs here and there. They did create some stops. Don't get me wrong.
Got a fumble. They got I think they got one fumble.
Did they get a fumble?
I think they did get one fumble in the first half.
Okay.
He was trying to scramble and he lost the ball. But
I don't know if that's when they called back, but yeah.
Oh, they might have. It might have been it. I'm not for sure.
Yeah. Because team stats, let me see. Look at these turnovers. Yeah. Yeah, nobody turned. Yeah. Oh, intercept. Yeah. Only person that turned over is us.
It's us. Damn.
Yeah. So maybe that's the one that got called back. But yeah. But yeah, man. But yeah, I gotta give them dudes a D, man. It's just like it could have been way better. It could have been way better than what it was. Okay. Anything else to add to that, man? All right. Lastly, special teams, man. What you got?
Oh, special teams. I gotta give them a let me see. I gotta give them a A. I mean,
that's fair.
Well, okay. Let me backtrack. I give him a B because I still have an issue with this punter that we drafted. I wasn't a fan of that punter from the beginning. Mav, I'm sorry. I'm still not a fan of that guy.
Yeah.
But Money Mac did his thing.
He did.
Who else? Charlie Jones.
Yeah, can't forget about Charlie
Did
Jones.
his thing. So I was satisfied with the special teams unit.
Okay. You said A,
B.
B. I'm cool with
I
that.
took a percentage off of that punter.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'll give him a B too. I agree. I give him a B as well. It was between C plus B, but since they got that punt return and outside of that, I said, yeah, Money Mac was on his thing. But
like
yeah,
said, we ain't seen a punt return in God knows how long, you know.
I still can't. I'm still trying to figure out when's the last time I seen it. But it's all good.
So I
don't know who. I forget who's the last person did before him, but it's all good. But anything else to add? Oh yeah, one thing to add though, like going back to the offense real quick. They got to give this dude some reps, man. Irv Smith, it looks very promising. Don't get me wrong. It looks very, very, very promising. And it looks like it's going to take, it's not going to take that much time, but he just got to get the reps.
Yeah.
But I feel like, do I think he's going to be like Hayden Hurst? No, I don't think he's going to be like Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is more athletic and he's more quicker. This guy, he got good hands. Yeah, big body, but he don't move quick. But he will get the catch though. He will get the catch. But yeah, I just feel like he need to get some reps, man. Because like I said, right now, bro, we looking lonely at the tight end position right now, bro. Super lonely, bro. They gave us the PFF grade for 2 weeks for the tight end, bro. We had 32 last.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs some reps, bro. Like they got to get him up the gear, up the par, because outside of him, it's sample. So it's just like
trash.
Yeah, man. So it's like, they got to figure something out. They definitely got to figure something out. Now, as a blocker, though, I mean, like he's been doing pretty solid, but it's just like, because they've been using him as an extra blocker as well, of course, for that right side. But
of course.
But yeah, man. But yeah, I forgot to mention that when we're going through the offense. But I was like, I gotta make sure I bring that up because I was like, he definitely needs the rep. It's right. I'm not gonna call him trash. He just needs the reps, and they gotta literally. He can make some noise.
He came from Minnesota, I believe.
Yeah,
it's not that he wasn't. He's just injury prone.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's the only thing. So I mean, he can be a great tight end.
Right.
He gonna stay on the field. That's the magic question, you know.
But my thing is, they have to know how to use him, man.
Yeah,
it's like he's more than just a blocker now. So it's just like if you could find him as an extra option, like if T or Chase or Boyd isn't open, if you could somehow just like you narrow it down to Mixon and him, then it's like it should be a no-brainer. Like like when we're moving the chains. But it's just like we'll have to see how it plays out. But they gotta play it smart. They definitely have to play this shit smart. But yeah, I had to let y'all know, man, we are 32 when it comes to that. 32. All right. Anything else to add, man, before we go forward, man? Get into week 3.
It's here.
All right, let me see if I got anything else on these news. All right, man, here we go, man. Up next, we're at home Monday Night Football. They're bringing out the white jerseys, man. Ring of Honor night. They'll be honoring Chad Johnson and Boomer Esiason, man. Game starts at 8:25 p.m. kickoff, man. Rams are coming in the city at 1 and 2. So what we got to do to win this game, bro?
No matter who the quarterback is.
You're right.
We have to protect.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
No matter who it is, you need to protect them.
Yeah.
I would like to see the game plan change a little bit more running. Like you said, 60-40.
It has to be.
Switch it up a little bit. Because I do believe that Mixon, when he is running, he's gashing. He's getting, 10 to 15, but he's only getting 10 to 15 touches too. So I mean, I think he had maybe 50 some yards, maybe 60.
I'm
sure, but and again, we were down, but I think that you got to be able to run the ball. That's the key. If we're not clicking on offensively as far as our receivers and whatnot,
right?
Hand it off. I mean, where's our screen? Have you seen a screen? play in a while?
Rarely, but we don't really need to, just due to how they're getting out of the flat.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to get the screen for real. If they already running out in the flat, I'd rather catch them in stride than them sitting still. That's just me. I feel like Mixon is more aggressive and more of a threat when he's in motion than him sitting still. That's just me from what I've been seeing from Mixon these last couple of years. And I feel like this year, like I said, he looks more lighter. Like I said, man, I'm with you though. They definitely, like, depending on who's at center QB, I'm definitely with you on that. They're gonna have to figure it out if you're gonna be run heavy. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'll be cool with this game being a boring ass game and the Bengals walk out of there 10-6. I would not be mad. Especially if
Cooper Kupp is not playing. We know
thank
that.
you.
They got these two. I think they do have two receivers that I guess they look at them like they promising, but
one of them is solid.
Is he?
Yeah, one of them solid. They've been bragging about, but we'll see. He hasn't played us yet.
Right. That's true. So, I mean, Matthew Stafford, he's known to give you a couple picks.
Facts. We witnessed that.
Yeah, so only thing is that man on the edge, Aaron Donald.
Yeah. So all we got to worry about is Aaron Darnold, man.
Miller's not there no more, so I mean,
thank you.
You remember when the Super Bowl they put them both on the same side?
Mm-hmm.
They can't do that now, so you gotta block him. So protection and running the ball.
Yeah,
that's the key.
It is. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I agree 1,000%. It's like, yeah, you have to run the ball. Yeah, everything you said, I agree with. I can't even say nothing else different because that's all I was thinking. I'm like, let's toy with the narrative. Okay, if Burrow's playing, okay, depending on his, like, let's say if he's 70%.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still keeping the same game plan of 60-40 rush, 60 passes, 40, just due to what it is. Hell, even if he's 90, I'm still going that. This is the time period, just to let everybody know. Like I said, it's a 4-game stretch with one AFC game. I feel like this is the opportunity where you start trying out shit. Literally, bro. Trying out different packages, start trying out different formations, especially in this game, especially if they have a good lead. Like, this is where you try everything out. But yeah, Burrow's in there, 60-40. If Browning's in there, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it 60-40. But on the flip side, I will go 50-50. I'll let him. I want him to be like, I'll let him loose. I'll literally let Jake Browning loose for this game. Like, I'll let it be 50-50 if Jake is playing. I'll let him. Yeah, deep pass, short pass.
That might be the best bet because they don't have no footage on this man. Like,
thank you. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with them going 50. I'd be cool with that they went 50-50 with Jake. I'm not even lying to you. But now with this experiment, let's say Jake is the dude, and let's say hypothetically Burrow's going to be out for the next 3 or maybe next 2 or maybe the whole 4. Let's just entertain this for a minute. Depending on his performance on game 1 and 2, I'm talking about Jake with the Rams and then the Titans. That's where we got to make the decision. I'll give him a 1 game show to see what he could do. If he does decent in the Rams game, then we'll go with the Titans game. If he does amazing, then we'll keep him keep him and Will 2 and 3. But if he fucks this up, if he messes this up, man, which it ain't really his job to mess up. It basically is his job to show if he could capable of being with the first team, like, right, in these type of moments, because it's a critical moment since we're down 0-2. So it's like, if he is, then it's just like, yeah, I'll go 50-50, let him air it out, let him run, let him be loose, let him be like, the way I'm picturing it, let him be like Johnny Manziel his rookie year. Just let him just air it out, run around. If you see it, run around. It's like, let him be comfortable. Just let him be comfortable, bro. They're my 2 scenarios if Joe is playing or isn't playing. Those are my 2 scenarios. But hold on, what else we got? What else on here I had to say? But we're gonna have to see though. Like, we definitely have to see, because like, I just hope everything goes well. I just hope the game plan is solid, bro. I just hope they don't fuck up the game plan. That's my only thing that nervous me right now is just the game plan, man. I'm just paranoid about the game plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's what they got to do to win the game, no, bro. If they choose either option, and if Burrow's in there, it has to be definitely quick passes. No long passes. Just play the yards given, because that's another thing that, like, if I want to just backtrack just slightly from the game that we just passed, I feel like that's been the problem these last two games. I feel like they're too busy trying to look for like the deep pass that we saw. That we saw Chasing Burrow did on week 1 against the Vikings. Yeah. Chase's first year, he got the deep pass and all that shit. I feel like they're too busy trying to look for that instead of just playing the yards given. Just like the Ravens was doing that. They're just playing just the yards given, man. I feel like in this game you had to do the same thing. Just play the yards given. Mm-hmm. You got a score prediction for this game?
All right, I'm gonna have to break it down to 2 predictions.
Break it down to Jake and Burrow, like basically the 2 scores, yo.
All right, so let's start with Jake.
Because
that's where we kind of leaning toward. But so with Jake, like I said, the game plan to change.
Mm-hmm.
Slow the pace down. Dominate. Honestly, you need to dominate the ball. Don't because Matt Stafford can give you an interception, but he can also throw the rock.
Mm-hmm.
So with Jake, I would say 17-14. No, 17-11.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
17-11.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully with Joe in there, let's give him 75%, 85%, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that he'll be able to pass the ball as long as that leg is up to par.
Mm-hmm.
I would give us 24 again.
Okay.
24-17. Because I do feel like they're going to score. They can put up points.
Fair enough.
They scored 20 on the 49ers just yesterday. So you know what the 49ers is about. They defensively sound. So
Right.
It was a division game too. So I mean, but still. So I go 24-17.
24-17. Okay. 24-17 for Joe. And what was the Jake one again?
What did I say? I said 24-17 with Joe. And I think I said 18 to what did I say, 11?
11, yeah, as you said, 11. All right.
Something funky,
Yes, that'd be something funky. All right. If Joe's playing, regardless of the percentage of health he's at, all right, I'm going with 26-13.
That's with Joe?
Yeah, with Joe.
Okay.
If it's the kid playing, if Jake Brown is playing, I'm going 2013. I'm going 2013. I'm gonna go 2013
with the kid too?
Yeah, I'll go 2013 with the kid.
Okay.
So 26 with Joe, 20 with the kid.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my pick. That's my score prediction.
Is that a change of the game plan, or is that like, hey, let him do his thing?
Let him do his thing. Because this be his first start. So it's like, you're going to have the jitters, man. It's Monday night.
Yeah, of course.
He going to have them jitters, man. I don't expect him to be lights out on some Mike White from the Jets type shit.
Right.
Like when we went and played him, I don't expect that. But I do if he has the opportunity, I do expect him to, he should do okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him doing bad, but he should do okay. Because I know it's a different player and all that stuff, but we've seen in the past, like I said, deja vu moment. We had Ryan Finley. We nobody thought he was going to beat the Steelers. He showed out. So it's just like, it's a bunch of backups that we had that showed out, like when it came to primetime moments. So he might be the guy. You never know.
The chance.
Last question for you before we go into the NFL news, man. Okay. The Bengals record will be what by the bye week? Man, we got 4 games coming up. So right now we're 0-2. So basically, how is it going to sum up? What you think? I think the best scenario, if they win out, they'd be 4-2.
That'd be your best scenario.
Now, the realistic scenario, you're looking at maybe 3-3.
I'm gonna give them 500.
Yeah, 3-3. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, the Cardinals. I'm giving it. I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm giving us that win.
That better be a dub. The deal. It's a disaster going on over there.
Right,
that shit better be a dub. That house is that house is split down the middle. They don't win. They broke up with themselves, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that's an I ain't gonna say I'm with you. I ain't gonna say it's an automatic dub, but the Bengals should dominate. I'll say dominate the game.
Yes.
They should dominate the game.
So I think that would be the best case scenario, 3-3.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, that's probably the safest thing they could do. It just being a 3-3. I would hate it to be something else. I would hate it to be something else, or where it's a heavy losing, and you're basically looking at almost wild card type ordeal at that point. But it depends on how everything shapes out with the rest of the season. Yeah. Anything can happen. But you're most likely kind of looking at wild card ordeal if it's more losses than the wins. But yeah, I'm with you, man. The least they could do is 3-3. The best they could do is just win out. But with this injury and everything, we gotta take it game by game. Right. So we gotta see how this shit plays out. Definitely gotta see it plays out. Let me see what else I got on here, man. Like I said, this game. That's it. They gotta win this game. They're expected to win.
So is this a must win in your mind for this Monday night game?
For Monday night game, yes, because one, is a Monday night game. Two, yes, prime time. I mean, still Monday night. What am I talking about? But yeah, they need a momentum swing for the season, man. If it comes off of them having to beat the Rams for them to wake up and go on this, because like I said, it's only got one AFC team they're playing on this 4-game stretch. So anything to get prepared for that next week against the Titans, I'm for it. I'm for it because then they'd be at 2-2. If they get this one, the Titans 2-2, and then if it depends on what they do, then it'd be Cardinals. That could be possibly 3, then possibly 4. It's a great. I'll say it's a 90%. I'll say 90% chance they can win all out, right, and be 4-2. Very possibility, but depending on it all comes down to what's the forecast and how we see Jake, if he will be the guy going in Monday night or not be the guy, or he'd be the guy on the following game. But I don't see them doing that. It'd be kind of dumb to let Burrow play the Monday night game and sit him out for the 3 games.
Right.
I feel like that'd be kind of stupid.
But you're right. If you're gonna sit him out, you sit him out now.
Right, because it's you're kind of risking it in a way. Because like I said, 99 we were talking about, kind of risking it. So we'll see, everybody, man. We will see. Here we go. Round of league news and scores. Here we go. All right. This past Thursday night, we had the Vikings and Eagles. Such a great game, man. Eagles win 34-28. We just told you about the Bengals and Ravens. They lost 27-24. The Bills are finally happy. They win 38-10 against the Raiders. The Chiefs win their game against the Jaguars 17-9. Titans beat the Chargers in overtime. That was a shocker.
Right.
Yeah, 27-24. Falcons making some noise, man. Bates and fucking what's his name? Desmond Ritter?
Desmond Ritter, yeah.
Yeah, man, making some noise. They beat the Packers. They beat the Packers 25-24. Hey, I don't know if you saw this clip of the game yesterday. Yo, the quarterback was named Jordan Love, the Packers. Mm-hmm. Yo, he pulled like a Mark Sanchez, man. Yo, he was at the line. It was single back formation, right?
Yeah.
He went the single motion with the right foot. Tell me why he looked like a chick coming out the clubs with heels on, stepping on rocks. His whole foot caved in and he fell on the whole line, bro. Yo, if nobody's seen this, please go watch the highlights of the Packers and Falcons game, bro. That shit was comedy.
Was that at the end of the game?
It was towards the end of the. It was towards the end of the game, bro. That was comedy. He was literally a chick walking in heels, stepping on stones, bro. He with the motion, his whole ankle turned in, and he fell on the whole line. Yeah, I never seen that before. I never seen that before. That's one of them come on son moments, yo. All right. Other ones. Here we go. Seahawks beat the Lions in overtime 37-31. I saw some of them Seahawks players wearing the blue goon mask. I saw that. Saw that. Colts beat the Texans 31-20. Trouble in Chicago, man. Baker is 2-0. Buccaneers win 27-17 against the Bears. Yikes, man. And the Giants beat the Cardinals 31-28. 49ers beat the Rams 30-23. That kind of should tell us everything how they're going to play the game then, because the 49ers are pretty solid too. Yeah. So all right.
Right.
And Cowboys beat the Jets 30-10.
Man.
The Washington Commanders beat the Broncos 35-33. Broncos almost came back and tied it, man.
Yeah.
Hail Mary. Wilson threw a Hail Mary, man. But what's that guy named that came from the Chiefs? He's coaching at the Commanders. Eric Benehy.
Yeah,
he's doing some things over there at Washington, man. Shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to him.
Oh, he's the head coach over there? Damn.
Yeah, he's doing big things, man. And lastly, Dolphins and Patriots. Dolphins win 24-17, man. And tonight, as we told y'all earlier in the show, it's a doubleheader. Yeah. We got the Saints, Panthers, and the Browns and Steelers. Browns and Steelers. So yeah, man. I will be tuning in to the second game. I just want to see how that plays out, but I care less for the first game. Don't care less for the first game. But yeah, man, that is your results, man. And news. Obviously the most breaking news that's happened, bro, is obviously the Aaron Rodgers injury that happened this past Monday night. Rumor has it, the NFL possibly. I want to hear your take on this. They're thinking about going back to all grass fields. You think they should?
Due to all the injuries, with the turf,
yeah,
I think it would be good. But I did hear him talking about, I guess the grass slows some players down. You know what I mean? So he says, but if it's for the benefit of your league,
thank you.
All about safety, right?
Thank you.
That's what they've been preaching. So I mean, I can see it. I can see it working out.
I'm with you. I prefer grass fields, man. Right. And I don't really think there's a whole lot of teams that have them as of right now. It's a lot of the artificial turf. But I prefer the grass fields, man. I hope they bring back the grass fields. That'd be nice. I miss seeing that grass field with the leaping tiger on it, man. Miss seeing that. Definitely miss seeing that. But yeah, that's been the major news as of right now, basically the Aaron Rodgers situation. And they're saying he might be back for playoffs if everything plays out the way it might be. That's wild. That's wild.
Why they rushed the surgery?
Man, that whole situation seemed wild, man. And it still bugs me that he waited until it hit. It was wild, bro. I can't be the only one that's seen this. He went down. He stood up. Clock was going. Once it hit it was 11, 19, it was counting down. He waited till it was he waited, and then it just all right, he dropped, and then they called him out. And I was just but he had no emotion, bro. Zero. He just had the deer in the headlights look. Everybody's looking to the sideline. If you look at everybody's body language, everybody's looking at the sideline. Everybody's looking. Nobody even knew what to do or say. So I was this look weird as hell, man.
Honestly, when I seen him get hurt, I didn't think it was that bad.
We couldn't tell.
Whatever, but him being 39 plus or whatever it is.
Yeah, 39.
That's a key.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We always come across these rare I'll call them just great athletes, man. Just great athletes, the rare athletes that they could play at a high age, and your Brady's, your LeBrons, and your Cristiano Ronaldo's, your Messi's. It's every once in a while we get these freak athletes that could play a long time. So it's he might be one of the ones. I can see we seen Brett Favre do it. So it was we'll see, man. I hope him for a speedy recovery, man. But yeah, I definitely think they should go back to the grass field. But But yeah, man. Also, y'all, man, please tune in, man. Please tune in, man. We will be live streaming again, man. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in this past live stream. We'll be live streaming Monday for the Monday Night Football game, starting at 7 p.m. Don't be late. Power hour starts at 7:25. Anything else to add, man, before we get out of here? Oh, it's National Cheeseburger Day.
Please pay attention to the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yes.
Keep the game. Oh, man.
You want to brag real quick?
Instant classic. You hear me? I mean,
y'all, me, Fox, and Jerry, bro, we was up until that game lasted like till like 2 a.m.
2:20
Eastern time. It was like 3 a.m. I couldn't believe it. I will tell you this though, they got to fix them those times for that. Like that's insane.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Because yeah, when it double overtime and it lasted till that late, but outside of the double overtime, it was like going on like almost 1.
Right.
So it's just like that's nuts, man. That's nuts as hell. But yes, I'm with you, man. Like, I mean, we gonna keep telling y'all, there's a team you trying to root for, wanting to look to root for. Root for the not Chicago. Root for the Colorado Buffs, man. My apologies, Prime. Root for the Colorado Buffs, man. Root for them, man. That's it. That shit was an instant classic. That definitely was an instant classic. Definitely. That definitely go down for the ESPN Classic.
Got to.
But yeah, man. Lots of big games this weekend as well with the college football as well. Oh, speaking of college football, I gotta say this real quick. The UC Bearcats football team should be ashamed of themselves.
What? Yeah, you're right.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, man. Losing to Miami? Y'all talking about Cleveland Browns Super Bowl playing the Bengals? That's their Super Bowl, bro. They are, bro. You can't tell me they wasn't happy up there in Oxford, bro.
It was here though, wasn't it? Or was it in Oxford?
I want to say it was in Oxford, but I don't really know. I wasn't watching the game.
Messed up my parlay.
Yeah. But I was shocked when I saw the result. I was like, damn, they lost.
Crazy.
I was like, man,
Crazy.
They saying themselves, man. But yeah, like I was saying, man, they saying it's National Cheeseburger Day
today.
I think today. I think for the rest of the week. I believe, man. So if y'all trying to eat cheap and try to save some money in this wild economy we in, hey, they giving 50-cent double cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
Man.
Let me run the list real quick before we get off here. At Wendy's, a penny junior bacon, bro, with any purchase. Burger King, free cheeseburger with $1 purchase. If you got for your Carl Juniors out there, 50% off cheeseburgers. For your Smash Burger people out there, man, $5 classic singles. And for your fake meat White Castle fans out there, you like your stomach bubbling and you like to do the okey doke. It's a BOGO slider, man. Buy one get one free sliders, man. And no, I don't plan on doing none of those, yo. I'm cool. I'm a Red Robin person, or just make them yourself type shit. Yeah, definitely a Red Robin, make yourself type person, man.
Sliders.
Yeah, yo. But yeah, National Cheeseburger Day, man. Definitely get your burger. But other than that, man, I'm your host, Ray Summers, man. That's all we got for y'all, man. That was episode 55, man. Deja Vu Dose. Like I said, please tune in for the live stream. Anything else to add before we get out of here, bro?
That's all we got. We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all, man. We'll give y'all a hoo day.
Baby.
We love y'all. We out. Salute.